you're dealing with David Fincher, you don't do it as you please.
Okay.
You don't do anything as you please. You do it in close conjunction with him. So the production designer, Don Burt, they've been working together a long, long time. So David is very specific. He's very exacting, and you can tell because everything looks very amazing, everything he does.
People want to go on the internet and check out their friends, so why not build a website that offers that friends, pictures, profiles? I'm talking about taking the entire social experience of college and putting it online.
He's big into symmetry, of course. So if he walks into the set and he goes like this and looks at a row of desks and the desks aren't lined up, there's going to be hell to pay.
Stole our website.
They're saying we stole the Facebook.
I know what it says.
So did we?
You come prepared and you bring your A game when you're working with these directors. It's Fincher and Michael Mann and Steven Spielberg, and there's no messing about with these. J.J. Abrams, these are the directors I've worked with coming up. It's like you're on all the time, and you better have it ready. And he's probably at the top of that persnickety order. He really cares about how things look, and it's got to be absolutely perfect. So, that's why you want to really get the 90s right, and you really want to make sure that the decoration is right for him so that he can not have to think about that anymore, right? So if you're doing your job right, the director can concentrate on the important things, which is, the actors and the scene.
Yeah.
And not get distracted by things that they don't need to get distracted by.
You guys were the inventors of Facebook. You've invented Facebook.
Is there anything that you need to tell me?
Your actions could have permanently destroyed everything I've been working on.
We have been working on.
Did you like being a joke? Do you want to go back to that? Mark!
It's harder to do the 90s as it's a period piece because you're doing the 90s and all that stuff. Now that we're in a consumer culture, all that stuff is gone.
Yeah.
All of it's disappeared. Everything we make now is disposable, right? It all just goes into the landfill, at least in the United States. I don't know how it is there, but everything just gets tossed. So all those things are much harder to find. I think it's harder to get that period right than it is to get the 70s right, because in the 70s you have a little bit more room to play, right? Like there's lots of different versions of the 70s. There's like disco 70s, it's a little bit groovy, you can play that up a little bit. You just play up the grittiness of it, the decay of the cities, all that stuff. But the 90s is super specific. The phones are specific, the hardware on the doors is specific, the wallpapers are specific, and the Facebook offices that we were trying to emulate and duplicate were also extremely specific, and they go through different phases. You see them in different phases, right? Like you see them as a startup, and then you see it growing, and then you see it finally in a bigger space. So I thought it was much more challenging to do the 90s than the 70s.
I'm sorry?
Yes.
I don't understand.
Which part?
I don't